Welcome back once again. We are getting ready. I believe you are catching the fun on Microsoft Excel, and so far you have been able to get one or two things. We want to look at how to format our Excel. When you are working, how do you change the color? How do you set up your page? How do you beautify your Excel page? You know, when you are working and you see all those beautiful colors, it's always good and admiring. Yes, I'm going to start by how to insert another column or another row. If I need another, like for instance, I need a column before my number 1 because I want to write the name of my worksheet, as in the name of the data I'm working with. Just take your mouse, you could see this arrow. What happens? It's changed to a pointed arrow. Right click on it and do what? Click on insert. Good. You see, it will insert. You can insert as many as possible. Insert, then insert. Good. I've inserted 3 more rows. So also you can also do that for your column. You see it has turned to another pointed down arrow. Click on it, right, insert. Do you see? Insert. Yes. Those of you using 2007 downward, it will ask you, do you want to insert to the right or you want to insert to the left side? So if you see that, that's not a query. But now I've inserted and it's far away, and I cannot delete this my date. I have to pick it. Just click on it like this and move. Click on it. Those of you working on 2007, you will enjoy this and move. Do you see? Yes. I've moved it back so you can have as much as possible. Now, before I can format my page, I love to set it up because that's the first thing you should do. When you want to set up your page, you need to set up your page that will be ready for printing anytime you are working. Go to your page layout. The first thing is to select your paper size. Always work with our A4. This is the normal paper size we have. You could see it has given me a grid line. Yes. Now, the orientation, I've explained this in our previous classes. This is our landscape to make it wider, or you use your portrait depending on the data you are working with. Now, this margin, you may not know the effect of this margin until you view your page as a page layout. This is a normal view. Coming to our status bar here, you have normal view, you have the page layout view, and you have the page break preview. I can use it from here, but no, let's go through the normal way. Go to your view and select page layout view. Yes, with this is my page layout. You see, it has come to give me page 1. Scroll down, you will see page 1. You see, after that footer, you have your page 2. Those of you using 2007, you will have seen it that you have written it there for you. Page 2. This one has break my page to my paper size, so the margin can work now. We can now set up our margin. The margin is to tell us where our typing should reach and where we should start from. You will see this column that stops at F. That is the last column on my page. But if I set up the margin, it's possible the column increase. Narrow margin. What happens? It adjusts itself to this, as you can see it there. So that is our page layout. Now with this, I can now try to write academy report. Yes, academy report. I want it to be bold. I've given us shortcuts, Ctrl+B to bold, Ctrl+B to unbold. Or you go to your home tab and click on bold. You come to this place to increase your size. This is just a review of what we have been taught. You come to this Calibri to pick your font type, the way you want your font to be. Good. But then I want it to centralize in between my serial number and my last date on my last column. So I select it to that side. Then what are we going to use? merge and sector. Do you still remember all these things? We have taught this in our previous classes. Yes, this is it. So with this A is to give it the font color. Then the one underneath is to give it the fill color. Change the background color. This one I'm doing is manual color. I want to give it my own personal color. I come here to the fill. Select any color of your choice. Good. Just hit and my column. I want to give it the text. The A is for the text. I can decide to give each of the text their different color. Each of the color, their different color. You see the way I just select together, it gives you, I can decide like this. Yes, just do your own thing the way you do what, the way you like. Do you see? And then I can decide to give it, as I've told you that when you are working on Excel, this is a plain sheet. This is a plain sheet until you give it a line before it becomes a table. I can decide to give it a line. Yes. On my home also, on my home bar, we can also find our format. Are we there? Do you see the format? And you click on your format cell. If you don't want to go through that long procedure, just right click and click on format cell. After selecting your range, then you come to your border. Select the border. Do you see the way I select? And you have another type of border. This is the outline, the inside color. If you wish to give it color, you do it from here. Okay, let me give only the outline. I don't want inside. I unclick this and I unclick this. What happened? It gives me in form of a box. For you to know, go to your quick access bar and bring out your print preview so you can easily see. You see the way it's going to print out for you. Very simple. So if I give it, we are not closing. If I give it a line also, right click and change it, then I can give this line back in another color. Select the type of line you want. Try to practice this on your own and you'll be seeing the one that is going to be performing for you. Do you see? Then this is my own personal formatting for my Excel. I can decide because I'm the one that want to do what, that do it by myself. With this, you can change as many as possible to create anything you want. And if you don't want to be going all through those steps that I've been going since morning, just select your range of cells and come to your format as table under your style. This one you have the on-screen one. Select any one you want. Do you see? Select any one you want. Yes. Do you see what happened? It brings it for us in form of a table. Format as table. Format your cell as table. So you select it. Do you see? You change your table to any type that you really want. You can select another table type instead of the one we have been doing since morning. Do you see? Yes, you format. That is how to do conditional formatting. The reason why people don't always use this is because it's going to be giving you in form of a pivot table as if you want to be selecting. So, and when your system encounters some hanging, you may not even like it. But then it's very fast to use. But if you are good like somebody, you can decide to do what? To do your thing by yourself. Format as table. Do you see? So with this, that's just the beauty. It brings it for you in form of your pivot table to pick which one do you want. Bring out all the male or the female. Do you see? Automatically. That is the beauty of formatting our cells by the on-screen one. Okay, I want to pick from the year 2014. Yes. So try to lay your hand on all these things and see the different fashion. Now, as you could see that It has given it to me in form of a pivot table. If you have been in the class, you will have known all those ones. That is the beauty of using our system formatting with this. But don't forget, when you are working with pivot with this one, and when you are looking for something you could not find, don't be scared that my work has been deleted. You are the one that do what? That asks the system to hide the days or the months or the people you don't want to see. So whenever you see all these dotted column at the side of your text, know that something is what? Something is fishing out. And as it is, I can delete and I can insert. The same way you can delete, the same way you can insert. I want to delete this my date column. I don't need it again. Just select it like this. You have your deletes here. You see, you delete yourself. What happened? Phew, alele, it has gone. But mind you, you may not be able to see it, but you can still undo it back immediately before you do any other thing. That means if you mistakenly delete that, just do what? Undo. And it's going to come back. That is our Control Z. Or you come to your quick access here, we have undo. If I click redo, it's going to delete it again because that was the last thing I did. And my undo is going to do what? Bring it back for me. Yes, that is our thing. So that is how we can delete. If you want to delete any other row also, you right click and you do what? Delete row or insert rows. I've taught on this one before. You delete or you insert. Now, working with our sheet, you can also rename your worksheet. As you could see me, I'm renaming my sheet so that I will know the exact place I'm going. As you can have thousands of worksheets in a workbook. You see, I'm on Excel format. I open another one. If I want to name it so that I can easily know which work I want to go and do, just come there and right click on the sheet and do what? Click on rename. Click on rename and give it any name. Any name you give it, and that will be the name. So if you open the workbook and you are looking, you can use this to separate maybe by year, by month, the same thing. You can be copying and pasting. This for this pivot data, this my chart, this my format. Wow. So you no need to be glancing through everything. And this is my sheet one, which is my what? Sort data. Do you see it? So with this, you can move directly. And to also format our this, we can also color our tab. It makes our Excel very beautiful. By the time you begin to work with it, you will like it. Let me format tab color. Do you see? I'm giving it color. Right click and choose the tab color you want. So you will see the beauty when you are working on it. You may be seeing what we're doing, but when it gets to where you will need it, you'll be seeing it. Can you see the beauty of my tab? It makes my work attractive. That means I can work with anything I want to do. So that is our formatting. If you have any other question, don't hesitate to drop your question in the comment button. Somebody can ask, what if I want to type number or naira and I want to give it a decimal point without me going through the normal process? Can't I find anything that will give me in form of a comma, dot, dot, dot? It's very simple. It's also formatting. Select here, then you come here, you see what is here. This is a comma style. Display this value of cell with 1,000 separator. Good. That's all. You don't need to be going through all the no before you can get it. I want to give a dollar symbol. How can I do it without going through? You see everything here. Click on it. If it only one thing that is not here is our naira. We don't know what we do for all these English people. So you see them. You have Igbo. You see, you have Chinese, yeah, and you have more accounting format. Even as you have the more accounting format, we don't have naira sign, yo. We don't have naira sign. We don't have naira sign. Our naira is not visible in our computer. We don't have naira sign. We are the one that we put it ourselves. This is N in Yoruba, ordinary N. So it's not Naira sign at all. And that is why when working with Excel, you will not see us working with Naira. That is why you always see something like this when you are working with calculation Excel. This is what we use mainly for our Excel. After you change this to text, don't forget, after you change your column to text, so we always use equals equal to give our Naira sign, because we can't find the double strike through on Excel. So when you use something like this on Excel, it tells us that this is our Naira. Those of you that you are doing accounting, or you use your N, ordinary N, but you cannot have double strike through. The only thing you can also have is when you have a one strike through. I've taught us that, just for math. Just click on format of your cell. I think I gave us the shortcut Ctrl-I. You see, that is strike through. Only one. You can't find the double on Excel. But on other applications like Word, PowerPoint, you can do that. So anything you want to do, just try to glance through all these things and use it, and you will see the wonders it's going to perform for you. If you have any difficulties formatting your sheet, formatting your data, or you have tried all your best, you could not get the right answer, just write a comment in our section for us, and we are going to give you a good